Because I just this morning, packed up my Aerobeds for my kids. We use ours all the time. In fact, we have 2 of them. This one is so simple. Queen size, fits a plethora of children and at least 2 adults very easily. Free shipping and handling today. Great easy pay of under $20. It's the perfect bed just to have a just-in-case bed, but also currently right now in our new home where we only have 1 real bed from our old house, we're using it, never ever deflating it in our guest room. It's that nice of an Aerobed. And this one deflates quickly with the whoosh valve. Come on in here, Diana Irvine. How are you? I just felt like I should sit back here on this pretty little. This is how it is in our house.
Yeah.
We have it always
is this an
made.
Airbed?
Huh?
Is this an Airbed?
You would never even know.
Who knew?
We have it always made because we're having guests a lot, and we haven't bought a second bed yet. And people are happy.
It's cozy. We have had so many people tell us that actually their Aerobeds are more comfortable than their regular beds.
It's so true.
It's because Aerobed is the leader in air-filled products, temporary sleep solution, really great premium beds that you can inflate in 2 minutes, deflate in a minute, but you give yourself or your guests a real feel of a premium night's sleep, but you're not committing to a space for it necessarily.
Right.
You can turn the living room, you can turn the guest room, you can turn the office into an instant bed and breakfast like this.
That's what we used to do. So in my former home, it was small, and so it was an office, workout room, guest room.
Yeah.
So we would just put the Aerobed in there when people came to visit, and it's super easy to inflate, super easy to deflate, comfortable, all of that. And now that we actually have a space, it's just kind of sitting there all the time.
That's right. So if you've got children or grandchildren, if you ever travel, if you have anyone ever pop by for a stay and you're like, oh, I don't have any place for them to stay, so I can't really offer them to stay overnight. Now you can when you have this. This bed is great because it's 14 inches off the ground, so you're not lying flat, low on the floor. So you're raised up, almost the same height as a sofa bed. It has the coil construction that makes it feel, if you feel it, do you feel like the mattress feel in there?
Right, exactly.
And then this one's nice because this one actually has a system where the pump is a twist-on pump. And so it's not built in, which means the bed's even lighter. And all you're gonna do is actually put the pump on, and then it automatically inflates. So you don't even have to stand there and hold it. It will keep inflating till it's done, and then it'll turn off. And then the neat part is that you can customize. I'm gonna take you for a little ride.
Okay.
You can customize it by letting some of the air out and make it softer. So whether you or your guests like a real firm mattress or a really soft mattress, you can have all of that, and all with regular sheets. So nothing fancy. You don't need to have special sheets for this, just regular queen size sheets.
We had an old blow-up mattress that died when we had people over one night, and I had to run to like just a regular store and pick up another one. And
like
they're
a pool float.
Yes. And they're not good. The price on this is kind of crazy. At under $100 for an Aerobed. An Aerobed is kind of the name.
Yes, over 25 years.
By the way, did you see it only takes 2 minutes to inflate? That's great. People don't even say air mattresses, they really say Aerobeds, right? Even if they don't have an Aerobed, it's like Kleenex.
Yes,
exactly. It's the name.
It is the name.
To find it for under $100 is very rare. It's $138 retail value, $750 in savings now on free shipping and handling that we're taking on for you, and easy pay of $19.99. So pay for it now over the next 5 months at under $20 a month, as opposed to having to buy a mattress if you need a spare room or if you're going on vacation. What I did with mine today, because we have 2 of them, I rolled it up and gave it to my kids. They're going for a sleepover and they needed an extra bed, so they just took it with them.
It's perfect for that. Because it goes into this bag, it's like the size of a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
And it makes it so handy. All you do is plug it in, twist the pump on, and in 2 minutes it's inflated to this. My kids will just throw a blanket over it because it has a flocked top, so it's soft. You can feel it. You don't feel like you're on something plasticky. You really feel like you're on a premium mattress. I mean, I love how it kind of gives with you and gives you that perfect night's sleep. This is also about keeping family and friends together. You mentioned your kid's going to have a sleepover.
Right.
Well, where were they going to sleep? Were they going to sleep on the floor in sleeping bags, on a couch? No. Your friend was wise enough to say, hey, you have an Aerobed? I do.
Right.
So now the kids are going to have a great night's sleep. They're going to be raised up off the floor.
The other thing that we would always do with ours is we call camping. and we don't
Yeah.
actually camp a lot. You guys
Living room camping.
Living room camping. So we inflate it in the living room and then all snuggle and spend the night down there and let the dogs be on it
Yes, it's
and watch
great for movie
movies.
night.
It's great.
It's great for
And
movie night.
especially when it's so easy to inflate and deflate. It
Yes.
used to be that it was like a process, right? Took a half an hour to pump it up or to deflate.
Or you were
This is 2
stepping on
minutes.
something. Yeah, this is nothing. And it's hands-free. Once you put this twist-on pump on, it's simple, simple, simple. So it's hands-free. You put it on, it turns right on automatically. Hands-free, it'll inflate. And this is nice too. You might wonder, okay, now, have you ever been on an air mattress, not an Aerobed, that you woke up in the morning and you were really close to the floor?
You were all the way down.
So you were like tacoed in the bed. That's not going to happen with Aerobeds because it has electronically welded seams. Over 200 processes go in to making these beds the quality experience that they are.
Let's
That's
talk
what I
about
love.
size too.
Yeah.
So we could fit like 3 or 4 kids on this, easy. Like my kids are little, but adults fit on this great too.
This is great. This is holding up to 600 pounds. So, you know, even David Venable, if he were out here, he's going to fit on this as well. So two adults, we could easily fit more than
I know, we really
two in
could.
here, but 600-pound capacity. So for me, you know, if you probably heard me talk that my daughter's a gymnast, we travel a lot with that. We can put 3 or 4 kids on here sometimes at night. And what's nice to me is that they're not sleeping in an uncomfortable surface, especially, you know, I'm a little bit picky and fussy when it comes to my kid, making sure her back doesn't hurt because she does a lot of competitions. This gives you a nice rest. This gives you a comfortable rest. You don't wake up with a back pain and the back aches and, you know, kind of regretting sleeping somewhere other than your own bed.
2 minutes to inflate. It's got the whoosh deflate, so it takes just minutes for it to deflate as well. It rolls up easily. That's the other thing that I can't stand about some of the other ones is that you're fighting to get them into the bag.
This takes really no time at all. The air comes flying out of it through the whoosh valve. Then you just roll it up like a sleeping bag and put it in this bag. You will be so happy to be able to have this bed to either offer to guests as they come or to have for yourself if you travel. If you're going anywhere on summer vacation, you know, this could save you the cost of an extra hotel room.
Absolutely.
You know, if you spend $100, $200 on a hotel room, think about how many times you'll use this. Even if you use it, you know, a couple times each year, it would pay for itself in no time.
I think it's one of those things that every home needs.
Oh,
every
definitely.
home needs to have an extra bed or a spare bed, right? And not one that's like a mattress that takes up a lot of space, just one that you can always pop out in case somebody comes. I can't tell you how many times I've had, like my cousin, can I borrow this? I have girlfriends coming over.
Yes.
If you are the one who has one, everybody's always borrowing it, because usually they are about $200.
Yeah, I mean, invest
This is
in one and have it.
Under $100.
That's right.
$99 is a great price for an Aerobed. Not a blow-up mattress, but an Aerobed.
This is no pool float.
Yeah, exactly. It's even a great price for a blow-up mattress. Because, I mean, seriously, I went to one of those store with the red circle and that you get everything at, and they were like over $100 for a not good one. This is a $138 value, if not more. Under $100 is what you get this home for. And we do something that nobody else does, which is easy pay. So use your major credit card and pay for it over the next 5 months as opposed to just once. Free shipping and handling. And on top of that, you've got 30 days to love it or return it. Sleep on it, blow it up, deflate it, see how it works. If it's not worth your $19.99 a month for the next 5 months, send it back.
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Honestly, with the size of this, you can have multiple ones in your home. You never have to worry about turning people away. You never have to worry about someone giving up their bed, someone sleeping on a couch, or those god-awful sofa beds.
Right.
I mean, those things are killer. My parents had one sleep, you know, growing up, and when I was old enough and went off to college and come home, I'd say, I don't know, I don't want to sleep on that thing. So they got me an Aerobed.
Right.
Because they know, and I think anybody who's owned one, and I know there's so many of you out there, you know that this feels like a premium mattress. This is comfortable.
Right.
People say, you know what, my mom had knee surgery. She couldn't go up and downstairs for a couple weeks. Guess what? We turned the downstairs living room into a temporary bedroom for her, and she had a great night's sleep. And because it's 14 inches off the ground, it was really easy for her to get up and down out of. It's not like the 6-inch ones that are way down close to the ground where you feel like you're sleeping on the floor. You don't feel the temperature of the floor because you're not near the floor. You have the coil construction for that perfect pressure.
And most importantly, you aren't touching the floor by the end of the night because it deflates, which I've slept on those before at family's house, and they're awful. You end up going and getting on the couch because it's so uncomfortable. Like I said, we have 2, and my mom and my aunt are coming to visit for 3 weeks, and they'll each be on one for 3 weeks. I would not put my mom and my aunt, who both have had medical issues, on an Aerobed if it wasn't like really good for 3 weeks, maybe for a night.
I actually, thinking back about it, my sister lived with us for 6 months. She slept on an Aerobed for 6 months.
Yeah.
She never even really knew it until 3 months in. She's like, oh, this is an Aerobed? Because you don't realize with the comfort of being able to customize the pressure inside, you can have it soft, you can have it firm, but most importantly, you or your guests are gonna have a great night's sleep.
$19.99 to get it home. 5 easy payments and $38 less than retail, plus free shipping and handling. We love that as well. Thank you, my dear.
Nice to be with you.
Coming up.